August 1915, the Gallipoli Peninsula. Thousands of men have already died for a strip of scrubland the size of a small county. This is the story of a regiment that didn't die in battle. They simply stopped existing. They'd landed only 2 days earlier. No time to acclimatize to the heat. No time to rest. Just orders, advance and take the ridge. Witnesses later described a strange, low bank of cloud sitting across the valley floor, pale, thick and completely still, even as a warm breeze moved everything else around it. According to accounts from a nearby New Zealand artillery unit, the column marched directly into that bank of cloud and did not come out the other side. One gunner later described the cloud as looking almost like loaves of bread resting on the ground. He said it rose straight up into the sky and drifted off to join other clouds overhead. When it lifted, the valley was empty. No bodies, no equipment, no trace that hundreds of men had ever been there at all. Officially, the regiment was recorded as missing, presumed killed in action. It would be years before any trace of them was found at all. Search parties combed the valley for weeks. They found nothing. Not a button, not a boot, not a single shell casing. It wasn't until years after the war ended that their remains were finally located, not vanished into a cloud, but scattered where they had fallen, cut down by machine gun fire in the chaos of that day's fighting. So why does the ghost story persist, decades after historians piece together what actually happened? Because for the families back home, vanished into a cloud was somehow easier to carry than the truth, that their sons and husbands had been mowed down in a valley and left there, unburied, for years. The legend gave grief somewhere to go. A mystery is easier to sit with than a massacre. And yet, the witness accounts never fully went away. Soldiers who were there kept telling the same story decades later in interviews, still unable to explain what they'd seen that day. Maybe it was smoke and dust, distorted by heat and distance. Maybe it was the mind doing what minds do after unbearable loss, building a simpler story than the truth. Or maybe not everything from that valley has been explained. The Ghost Regiment was never really about a vanishing. It was about a war that swallowed men whole and left their families nothing but a story to hold on to instead of a body to bury.